In this video, you're gonna learn 18 things that you should know before buying an 8 Sleep. I've been sleeping on one of these bad boys for 2 years now, so I'm gonna tell you the things that I love and the things that I wish that they would change. The 8 Sleep is a water cooling or heating mattress cover. The hub will essentially cool or heat the water, and it will send it through the tubes, and then it will go through little coils that are on here, and when your skin actually touches it, that's what will make you feel cool. There's also a crap ton of sensors in here that will give you a bunch of information about how you slept, and also you can set a morning alarm. The thing I honestly love the most about the 8 Sleep is it's very much a scenario of once you set it up and get it dialed in, there's not very much work for you to do it all ever again, and it's literally the gift that just keeps on giving. To get you faster to that dialed in point, there's this feature called Autopilot. It will essentially look at your manual preferences, and when you turn up and down the temperature, it'll use the sensors in here as well. It'll also use the temperature gauge within the device itself that understands what the temperature is within the room, so you don't even have to do any inputs at all. Durability wise, like, it feels very robust. Fabric coating that goes around it. This is made of like a high quality plastic. Tubes go in there. I don't know about this. They use zip ties here. Could they have used better material? Maybe. Other than that, again, super high quality. Everything feels really, really good. This is the only thing I could find that was not ideal. Waterproofing wise, I've heard of a few stories of them leaking, but customer service, every single at least story that I saw, tends to handle it. If you are worried and you don't want your mattress to get destroyed, all you can do is underneath the cover that I showed you, you can just put a mattress protector. I've seen some comments about people wondering if this is actually comfortable. It doesn't maybe visually look the most comfortable, but to the touch, it's quite damn soft. And not to mention, your skin's not actually going to be touching this. You're always going to put a sheet on top of it so you can actually wash it. Some people say that it makes your bed more firm because you're actually putting a layer on top of it. But if you need to make it softer, you can just put a thing of memory foam underneath. That's what I've personally done. My mattress itself was too firm for myself. I like shit very soft. When it comes to the noise, I think a lot of people are just worried, especially because the hose is not super long on this thing. It has to be beside your bed. Is it going to be loud? Is it going to wake me up in the middle of the night? I'll show you what I mean. Let's basically crank this up. It's not on at the moment. We're going to turn it to the lowest it possibly can go. I don't know if you can even hear that. And this is what it's turning on. It does this an hour before bed, so you're not ever going to actually experience this. It's really damn quiet. Maintenance wise, literally I do nothing. I'm supposed to get a notification every 6 months. I don't have any notifications on my phone, so literally the way it goes, I noticed that it just hasn't turned on. My mattress isn't cool when I'm going to bed, so I just suffer that one night. But I just pull it out, fill up this entire thing. It's a massive cavity compared to the other competitors out there. This is literally all you have to do. Done. And then basically the setup of it, you unbox everything, put everything out, you plug that in, you plug this in, that's already attached. This essentially goes around your bed. You latch it in at the bottom here. Then this goes on top. This is where the active grid is itself. You prime it with hydrogen peroxide and water, and you're done. The setup takes about an hour. It's the hardest part. And then one additional thing I recommend doing, there's this pesky little light, and I think it's important to just generally have your room completely black or as dark as you can get it. So I put a bit of tape on top of it so I don't see the light. If you're sharing the bed with a partner, you can have different settings, alarms, temperatures, data on each side of the bed. Also, if your partner just doesn't want to use it at all, they can just have their side off. All you do is basically invite them to the 8 Sleep. The membership includes 2 profiles, so luckily you don't have to get another membership. Also, it's really good that they did this because there's this really interesting research study done in 2012 from Penn and colleagues that found that men and women actually need different sleeping temperatures and environments to be able to fall asleep faster. They found that women actually needed 23 degrees Celsius, and for men it had to be 20 degrees. But it's interesting to see, right? If you don't have something like this or something that cools down your side, there's a bunch of different solutions out there. It cannot be the best scenario for one of the sleepers. Either someone's gonna be too hot or someone's gonna be too cold. So this is a good win-win. Here's my biggest gripe. You need Wi-Fi. And if your Wi-Fi goes down or the servers go down, you can't use this thing. You have to be able to connect to it. There's no manual settings on this at all. you have to use the app. So if you wake up in the middle of the night because maybe it's too cold, this is gonna happen in the earlier stage of you actually setting this up, or if your body changes. For me at least, I don't allow my phone in the bedroom. I have to leave the bedroom, go over, stare at a really bright screen, turn down the temperature, and then go back to bed. This, of course, wakes me the heck up. It's not the best thing in the world, but hopefully they change it. Another thing that is not ideal about this is there is some glitches from time to time. Because again, it's software based, I have had instances where for some reason, it's only happened twice, but for some reason, like literally my 8 sleep is like maxed out in temperature. So I'm going to bed and it's way too hot. The beautiful thing, again, it's a pro and con, because they have data and like they're constantly improving it. They can see these issues and they can fix them, but at the same time, I would prefer it just didn't happen. Also, it can track your sleep metrics, but I don't think it's the most accurate. A lot of people that actually get 8 sleeps end up having an Oura ring or end up having a Whoop, which is actually going to be touching your skin consistently. I'm going to be moving around when I'm sleeping, so I don't know how accurate it's really going to be. But at the end of the day, to quote my good friend Shervin, all sleep trackers are not going to be accurate. They're just good suggestions to look at general trends to see if we're going in the right direction. You don't want to listen to them from day to day. So as we mentioned, everything's going to be operated through the app itself. The app just recently got a big design overhaul, which I am very happy about. Home screen, just general stats. This is where you're actually going to change when you're actually going to bed, the temperature that it's going to be set to. So as a little sleep 101, there are going to be 4 to 5 sleep cycles per night. Each of the cycles are going to be around 90 minutes. In the beginning part of the sleep, as mentioned, mainly it's going to be deep sleep. And then later on, you're going to get more of that REM sleep. There's also a tab for setting your alarm. I personally like my 8 sleep to heat up, so I'm uncomfortable and want to get the hell out of my bed. And then the last tab is just going to be your sleep data, etc. By the way, just so you know, if you are concerned about EMFs, this is going to be constantly connected up to Wi-Fi, so you are going to be experiencing them. For me, at least, it's a necessary evil. I realize there's like radio waves all around us at all times, but yeah, you make that decision for yourself. Another one of my favorite features is going to be the actual built-in alarm. So there are vibration pads throughout this. It's the same one that's going to be in your phone, but just here, you can set the vibration level. I have it as high as possible, and you could also increase the heat at the time you'd like to wake up. It's basically like, get the hell out. This is like hell. You need to leave and start your day now. To know which one's better for you versus the Pod 2 and the Pod 3, it's really going to be up to how big and how good your Wi-Fi is. Pod 3 is just going to have better Wi-Fi capabilities, so if you're in a massive space, you can actually still connect. There's a little bit more cushion on the Pod 3 as well. I didn't notice any personal difference, and there's just going to be a bunch more sensors, but again, if you're tracking with these bad boys, you should be fine. At the end of the day, I don't think there's like a massive difference between the two of them. I personally, though, do like the perfect fit version. I don't have to worry about how thick my mattress is, and I can put the memory foam, so I think that is a nice addition. But other than that, I don't think there's a massive difference. This is going to be the section that is either going to make or break getting this for you. It's going to be the price and the subscription that is required for you to get for 1 year at minimum. Okay, so let's say you get a queen size mattress. The pod cover 2 is gonna run you $1,845. The pod cover 3 is gonna run you for $2,145. The pod cover 3 with perfect fit is gonna run you $2,245. And if you use my code Mike50, you're gonna save $100 and help support the channel. And the subscription for the pro version is gonna be $180 for the whole year, or $288. And the only really difference is the amount of warranty. You're looking at a 2-year warranty or a 5-year warranty. The big issue here is after a year, don't want to pay for it anymore. You have to basically do everything manually. So I believe if you don't have the membership, you're going to have to automatically turn on the mattress before going to bed. You're also not going to be able to use the built-in alarm, and you're not going to have any stats as well. It's already expensive, and a membership on top of that, it's tough. Here's my philosophy when I always get products. I look at literally the first thing, what is the return policy? If there's a good return policy at the end of the day, I'm just gonna go try it out. This has a 30-day return policy. If you don't like it, you send it back, they give you your money back. You've learned a bunch of things about this already, and you can go watch 10 more product reviews. But at the end of the day, it's not really going to compare it to actually using a product yourself and setting it up in your own space. And if you'd like to get one for yourself, please use Mike50 at checkout for $100 off. It helps support the channel and also saves you some money. And also, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications on and check out one of these. Hopefully it helps you.